recording.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Lore Boys. My name is James Miller, and joining me are Ethan and Peter. I'll throw it off to Peter to thank our two newest patrons. So who do we have joining us?
Sorry. We've been recording a lot of stuff in advance because we have a busy summer. Sorry for missing Pickle the Dillo, or Pickle Dio, maybe, and Call Sign Pirate. I know Call Sign Pirate is on the server. Thank you for your requests. Hello and welcome. And Pickle Dio, if I've missed you, I'm sorry, but thank you all the same.
Cool. So I've kept the boys in the dark on this one. You guys at
Perfect dark.
That's
what it is.
There's a book
dude.
about this event called Dark Tide something.
Dark tides lift all boats.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing a pirate thing?
We're not doing a pirate thing. I had a hard time deciding on this one.
Good guess.
At first, it's like the UFO files. Again, we record a little bit in advance. Got released this week, and I was kind of getting into some weird alien stuff with the P-47s and the P-52s, which I don't know if you guys have heard of this.
Nope.
But I might come back to
The
it.
B-52 sang Rock Lobster.
Yes.
Or was it a Rock Lobster?
I was trying so hard to remember a song the B-52s did. Thank
Love
you so much,
Shack?
Ethan. We complete each other.
Love Shack.
Love
Another
Shack,
close one. Yes, of
Rock
course.
Lobster.
It's on this side of the screen.
Yeah. If you guys
Jonno,
want,
edit this, make it work, please.
We're mirrored too, so we're mirrored for ourselves, so we're always getting it wrong.
they're doing a hand heart for those of you listening at home, trying to match those up together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, listeners at home, do the half a heart hand just in the air, and you can. It's with me right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You do your left hand. I'm doing my right. There you go.
Oh,
Don't worry.
okay. I'll do
We'll
my
get
left
the-
hand as well.
We'll get the video editor to flip all of you at home as well.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything better. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, John, I'll go flip all those people. Track them down.
Yeah.
You're in
the
His
government,
Majesty, Her Majesty's Secret Service, I think. So track 'em
Exactly,
down,
something
go
like
flip
that.
all those people.
Yeah, I started researching that, and it was kind of tough to wade through just conspiracy videos to find things that are interesting to talk about. And there's a few that are interesting. Like, people are saying that it's not extraterrestrials, it's ultra-terrestrials. So that means it's not from outside, it's us in the future who have come back in some
Okay.
way. There's been a
Okay.
calamity, and
So somebody who saw Christopher Nolan's Interstellar and was like, "Wait, the fools! They've let the mask slip. I know the truth now."
yeah. And like the P-47s are people who went underground and have lived under the ground through some calamity that's coming for us. And the P-52s, the numbers are for how far in the future they are. 47,000 years in the future or 52,000 years in the future.
Okay.
And 52s are people who somehow got to the moon or stayed above, and they have these weird pictures that are going around. But I'm not doing that. If you want to hear about that, I would love to get into it, because there's also like a scientist who like died at like 34 who was talking about this and then just disappeared and said, I'm not going to kill myself. They're trying to microwave me through my windows and stuff. So
Seems like he may have gotten a little bit gone a little insane there,
she
James.
it was an insane lady. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, I'm a feminist.
Whoa.
I had assumed that women would be more reasonable.
I don't know if that's feminist, but I love the gumption.
Anyways, I just wanted to talk about it to see if there's any interest in weird alien stuff. Let us know in the Discord, Lore Boys,
Or
on
in the
Discord.
YouTube comments below.
Yes. There's something there still. I'll get around to it eventually, probably. But this one that we're doing today was requested by Doug back in 2024. A truly
Shout out,
bizarre
Doug.
thing that happened in real life.
Okay.
Okay.
The Great Molasses Flood of 1919.
Oh, yes, I
Oh.
have heard of this. Okay.
I've heard of this too. Yeah,
Good.
this is crazy, right?
This is
What a
nuts.
thing to cover. Yeah, that's funny.
This is nuts. So let's set the scene. It's Boston. It's 1919. All right.
Okay.
What's going on in
Okay.
the world
War
in
just ended.
1919? War just ended. You got that?
Oh,
Scarlet
we're
Fever's-
just about to hit peak flapper.
Peak
Mhm.
flapper.
Coming up on the flappers. Yeah, Scarlet Fever is ravaging the world.
Probably.
Yeah, we're
Spanish
right.
flu, no good.
We're right
Or
near
Spanish
the
flu.
end.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
We're right near the end of that pandemic in 1919, and
Okay.
100 years later, there might be another one.
No.
A surprise tool for later.
Jamie, like I knew you were reading about aliens and all this other shit. You can't get so paranoid to think there will be another molasses flood in 2026. Okay, this'll never happen. The WHO is
cyclical.
not that irresponsible.
Yeah, there's that Dutch cruise ship that's overflowing with molasses right now.
They're like the one, like patient zero is just the guy who's soaked in molasses. They're like, well, it's him. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's all over my stroopwafel.
Someone just using Dawn soap on a Dutch guy on the beach to get all the molasses off of it. Yeah.
A little 6'4" Dutch man in the palm of your hand that you're watching with a toothbrush.
Okay, well that's an easy artwork. I'm just gonna leave the episode at this point. You guys don't need me anymore.
So Boston in 19, it's congested industrial city. World War I just ended. We're on the tail end of the Spanish flu. The city's modernizing after the war. Like with every war, there's usually a lot of new technology. So there's post-war optimism, but then there's a lot of unrest. There's a lot of unionizing of labor because people are not getting paid enough. There's a lot of new groups of people mixing together, a lot of Irish immigrants, a lot of Italian immigrants, and 750,000 people in this whole city. So pretty big population for 1919.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Considering the
I think
population of
Boston's
Montreal currently is 1.9 million or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Boston population 670,000.
Less
Now?
than now.
This,
Wow.
yeah, I know this came up at a party recently where some guy basically like he had this as like one of those gotcha party questions where he's like, how many people do you think live in Boston? And it's been my gotcha party question because you think it's so much more, and I assume it's one of those things where it's like Montreal is like whatever 900,000, and then when you include all the boroughs, you get up to 1.6, right?
Yeah.
I assume it's something like that, but it's always way low. Like Boston is quaint, I think is fair to say.
Yeah.
It's just like the cultural impact of that city.
Yeah.
Ever since the molasses was infused into their bones and their DNA, I feel like they've just produced a lot of cultural impact.
Yeah. So it's the north end of Boston that we're going to be most interested in. I didn't put any pictures. Let me just grab one really quick for you guys.
No picture of the city of Boston.
Bastion?
Yeah.
I used to
geez,
have
what the
family in
fuck?
Boston. They have all died of old age and alcoholism, but a big chunk of my dad's family used to live there.
So posted there,
Yeah.
it's the north end. It's like where Old North Church would be is around where our story will take place. It's mostly Italian immigrants, this section of the town.
Okay.
There's like Commercial Street, which is a really big place, like a market street that would be very full, especially at around noon in the day when something might go down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exciting.
The crowds really warm up. They warm up the crowd. The crowd really expands. And
Yeah. And this is in mid-January when this is going to go down too. So
Okay.
pretty cold time. But the cold and changing temperatures will have something to do with it because it's going to be an especially warm day in mid-January.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just going off your O-ring thing from the Apollo missions, because the Challenger blew up because of like
Because of
cold weather,
Bostonians?
right?
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. They couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying when it was just like Outlatch.
But yeah, Boston Italians blew up the Challenger.
Yeah.
Or was Cannon.
Spaghetti O-rings. So there's this a giant molasses drum that they keep in the north end of. If you guys could pull that up for me and post the picture, that would really help me because I
Just
spilled
Googled giant molasses drum.
I spilled a beer on my keyboard last night, and the M just makes my keyboard go insane right now. So the new
That
keyboard-
really fucks up your molasses flood episode, eh? The fact you can't use the M.
I had to. I started it on my personal PC, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna write this episode on my work laptop. So I think my job actually
molasses like the whole episode.
my job actually just owns this episode. So
Holy Christ! I'm looking at some of the aftermath here. Sorry, I'm not gonna get into it.
Wait, I think I see a picture. I see the tank here. I got the
Yeah.
tank for you, Jimbo.
so the tank is this big
Firepower combined.
like cylinder, right? It's huge. It can hold 2.3 million gallons of molasses.
That's a lot. It's like 10 million. No, more than that. Well, yeah, a bit more than 10 million liters. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Yeah.
I did post a picture. Do you guys ever like? It's crazy to think about that our food is just put in these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, like it happens with all food all the time. Like your milk gets put into a big steel thing that gets on a truck, and they drive the truck around. You know what I mean? Like, isn't it? It always weirds me out whenever I think about it too much. I'm like, why they put
True.
food comes from ground? I eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way that it should be. But even like
thing is-
like you buy organic milk, it ends up in one of these vats somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This
It's
thing
so
is way
strange.
bigger than I had imagined it. It's gargantuan.
It's huge. I have
Uh,
the specs here
I've-
somewhere.
everything was smaller in the past, though. That's what you got to remember too. Right?
Mm.
So those trains, like people were only like I think on average 3 feet tall in 1916, where this picture's from. So like this is really like a model train set more than anything.
Okay.
You know. Mhm.
The molasses
Just
tank was
washing away the conductor from Shining Time Station. He's like, no. His little Lego man hands.
not again.
it's
I'll talk
50,
with really high pitched voices too.
50 feet tall or 15 meters tall and 90 feet or 27 meters in diameter. 2.3 million gallons or 8,700 meters squared in there.
Oh my god.
Lot of space in there for the good stuff.
Now, are we going to get into why did these Bostonian guineas need so much molasses?
We
What is
absolutely
the
will.
purpose?
So
Okay.
there's in World War One, they were using molasses actually to make bombs, like to make basically
Oh, is
old
it sticky
Cool.
bombs?
old timey would it be like a Molotov cocktail.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know.
I don't want to
molasses was
alarm you. The
flammable.
Russian Revolution happened during World War One, and I'm pretty sure Molotov was involved. So this is like this convergent
Yeah.
evolution. It's like why bats and birds both have wings.
It's not 1-to-1, Ethan. It's not like they just put molasses in a jar and we're tossing them. They
Right,
use the
it's like,
molasses
yeah.
to process them to become
Some
something
sort of-
else, like
Some
ethanol
sort of
or something.
product.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it would make it
What-
sticky because I know like before Semtex, I'm just thinking about Saving Private Ryan where they put like goo of some kind on bombs to blow up the Nazi tanks in the last scene, right?
I like
And I was thinking like maybe molasses would be like that.
I think there was a trend where people were using cheese slices to get firecrackers stuck to walls, and they would just use like sticky firecrackers and then pow. That was a good
Sausage
Semtex.
cheese.
Yeah.
What is molasses? It's like burnt sugar. Is that all it is? Is there more to it?
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah. Let me.
Oh. Ariane
somebody
called from 1/3 of our conversation. Ariane's figured out what we're talking about because she just messaged me on Discord. She
Okay.
wants to get on a hot mic and tell us about what molasses is made out of. I bet.
Can you tell
It's
me?
not gonna happen.
Can you search it up? Because whenever I try to type it in, my keyboard goes crazy.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, it's
Molasses.
like what is Olasses? is your Google. It's a nutrient-rich byproduct of refining sugar cane or sugar beets into sugar. So it would be kind of like the way we do maple syrup, but the source is different. So I think it comes out thicker.
Okay.
Well, sugar cane's not different than sugar, right?
No, but if like this juice that comes out, because like a maple, like a sugar maple that you would tap,
Mhm.
it comes out as very like it's water, right? Like it's very like high sugar content water. You have to boil it down.
Yeah.
But like sugar cane, if the sap on the inside is thicker, that's my guess as to the reason. And then
Cool.
sugar
Do
beets.
you guys
would be-
like it? I don't like molasses personally.
Nah, not a huge
Ariane
fan.
is a fan.
But I think
She's
if
a
you
fan of the molasses cookies.
process it into other, like I like recipes that include molasses, but I don't think I like
Yes.
molasses straight up. Like molasses
mom would
cookies could
do-
be good.
My mom, yeah, I'm not crazy about molasses cookies. I don't
No.
generally like gingerbread cookies, which also have molasses in them. My mom would do like for dessert, like sliced bread just dipped in molasses would be
Okay.
like her dessert, which is like very poor behavior, you know.
Yeah, like put in a
Yeah.
little effort, mom. Like, I was at school
Very
all
low
day. The
class.
least you could do after your job is put in a little effort, okay?
Pop Tart with molasses. You're like, thank you for the treat. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
So back in 1915, so our disaster is going to happen in 1919, but in 1915, They had a guy with no architecture experience build that massive vat, that huge tank.
The guy who designed the Titanic, he's like, I'm a man of many talents. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm fresh off my last
Bad
gig.
5 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, what'd you say, Ethan?
I'm fresh off my last gig.
Yes, yeah. Just back from Dublin.
He used unskilled workers who had never built anything like this before. It's made out of giant, like, steel curved plates that they had to fit together to make this huge thing. And, like, imagine the amount of pressure that would be in something that can hold 2.3 million gallons of anything, right?
Yeah.
They never tested the tank. On top of that, at the end of building, they put a few inches of water in the bottom, clapped their hands together and said, good enough, and just started putting molasses in it. Since it's not technically a building, it was a container. It didn't need to have any inspections or permits. They could just put that thing up.
I mean, it's 1919. I would assume buildings didn't need building inspections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When was the Triangle Sugarcoat factory fire?
I was just about to ask about that. Yeah, that factory full of women that caught on fire, or like when were the Radium Girls, right?
Yeah.
They were after, for sure. After this, I think the Radium Girls, because
Radium Girls from 1910s to the 1920s.
Oh, just around this time. 1911
Yeah.
was the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire. So
In Waterbury, Connecticut. Shout out to Bison.
This is around the time when we're going to have a lot more regulations start to build up in the United States for building.
That's why I didn't bring up the tragedy of all those women burning to death for no reason. It's because it was the start of a lot of these, like, we kind of need building codes for how people design their buildings, right?
Yeah.
And no, you're not allowed to chain the fire escape shut, okay?
Yeah.
So the locals, it was well known that this molasses drum just had leaks everywhere. But when you have something as thick as molasses, it doesn't leak out like opening a fire hose, right? It's more of a dribble.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
it's like the Prince. What is the tar drop experiment or whatever, right? Where it's like
Prince Rupert's Tear.
Rupert's Tear is different. That's the that's like that. Yeah, you can make glass that's like nigh unbreakable with the Rupert's Tear. I almost said that. That's the only reason I have it on the top of my recall. But the tar drop experiment is basically like they classified tar as like a solid for a long time, and then they did an experiment where they just had tar and had it sit. And I want to say it took 80 years for like one drop to drop, but they did prove that it was a liquid by basically doing that experiment.
Cool.
Like sticky molasses.
Molasses is similar. The locals have gotten used to the fact that it leaked. Like, some people would just go by and collect some for their recipes. Kids would take sticks and rub it along the side for makeshift lollipops. Would just get a stick of molasses. Yeah.
Pete's making a yuck face, dude. Like, we're 10 years out from the Great Depression. Like, you fucking eat what you can get. You know what I mean?
All right, fine. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, if the three of us were out playing hoop stick and you guys were just like, hey, let's go down to the molasses drum with our sticks, I'd be like,
yeah, exactly.
Sure thing, boys. Like, I'd be game 100%. Like,
It's like Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola are both invented at this point. They cost a half penny, which is the same as a down payment.
More money
for
than
a
you've
house.
ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it's, what are we talking about here? Yes, let's go eat. Let's go lick the side of the molasses drum for sustenance.
So the Purity Distilling Company didn't attempt to fix any of the leaks, because that would cost too much money, right? So what they did is they just painted.
Is it wasting molasses?
They painted the whole thing brown to just make
tell.
it so you can't tell that there's leaking molasses. I think
glad to see capitalists haven't changed in the last 100 years, at least, right?
Yeah.
At that scale, a small leak probably doesn't. If you're losing a couple gallons a day and you have 2.3 million gallons, you're probably okay. So yeah. So yeah, they were turning molasses into weapons for the First World War, but now the war had ended, and they needed to make a pivot. So a couple things were happening. Prohibition was on the way. Like, people knew it was coming, but it wasn't in effect yet. So they're like, you know what? Let's turn all this molasses into rum.
Into booze.
People got to stock up because it's not going to be on the shelves pretty
Brilliant.
soon. Yeah.
Brilliant. Is there there's probably like a molasses liqueur, right?
I'm not
I think
sure.
it's got to be rum because if it's made from refined sugar cane, that's like a big Caribbean crop, right? Would be
Yeah.
me like straight up just making things up. I played through the
Apple.
documentary Assassin's Creed 4,
Yeah.
so
It's just rum. Yeah,
okay.
just rum, I guess. It's like
Got it.
Appleton Estate. It's like the first hit when I look up molasses
Yeah, there you
liquor.
go.
It's like,
There you go. So Purity Distilling noticed that, well, this molasses tank we have is not even filled up all the way to the top. So let's get one last shipment in here. We'll fill it all the way to the top. We'll turn it all into rum. We'll laugh all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
In that order.
They ordered molasses from Cuba, which I didn't look into this, but how the hell do you get that much molasses into the tank? It just seems crazy. Like, how do you ship?
Well, they ordered
Pump
one
mechanism.
shipment to top it off, right? But it's
Yeah.
the same thing. It's just like shipping crates that are jam full of molasses, like rusty old, dirty old shipping crates, jam full with molasses, and then they're just dumped into this other rusty old vat. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy the way our food is handled. It's crazy when you think about it too much.
My friends
I've
have
accepted
found a lizard inside their IKEA furniture. I'm just realizing
exactly,
now,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
sometimes, and there's always been stories about like you find a spider in your bunch of bananas. But yeah, like friends of mine bought like plants at IKEA, and they had like a little skinny lizard that they took care of for like a few months. It passed away unfortunately, but like I gave him my spare aquarium. His name was Ike after IKEA, and he was
IKEA, of
just a
course.
little lizard they took care of.
Wow.
Mhm.
I'm glad to hear that it was
I've come to
alive.
accept. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
glad that the little guy can make it. Little like,
Yeah.
I've come to accept that we all eat a certain amount of rat poop and drink a certain amount of rat piss in our lives, right? Like
Yeah.
that's part of the global trade game. But
Yeah.
it's not something you want to think about. Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
My grandfather drinks exclusively out of cups. Like he'll pour his Coors Light into a cup because a friend of his got like rat piss poisoning in his face, and they almost had to cut out a big chunk of his jaw. And now every
Yeah.
time I drink beer out of a can, I wipe it down with the inside of my shirt, which is
That's
a
the most
disinfectant, as we
the
all
most
know.
sanitary way to clean it. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
That's food safe. You should work in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Yep. So on January 15th, 1919, the conditions were just right for a disaster. The tank already had a huge base of frozen molasses or very, very cold molasses at the bottom because
Right.
it's the middle of Boston winter. We know we're not that far from Boston. It gets pretty cold here.
Yeah.
And
It's
they
a coastal city too. Like it's on the ocean.
Yeah, I think
Thi-
Boston's a Canada-like city.
This is
Yeah.
right next to the Boston Harbor. Like there will be molasses in the harbor for months after this.
Okay.
Right next to all the tea. Oh no.
Yeah. I was thinking that too when I was writing that. I'm like, what recipe takes tea and molasses that I can try and say they made out of this? But,
Molasses tea.
Yeah.
You could use this as a
Rum and
sweetener.
white tea.
That's Mr.
Just
T's
a tea bag, and then a cup of boiled rum.
a hot
Man,
toddy.
that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah. So the tank's freshly filled to the top. Whenever you pour molasses, like just moving it around a lot keeps it a certain level of warm. Like when you're pumping it
Okay.
into something, it's just like if you hit a table with a hammer really hard and then you touch the table, it's warm there, right? Just
Well, like a
moving.
cement mixer was the thing I was actually thinking about.
Movement makes heat.
Okay.
So then there's a new batch of molasses that's all warm on top of frozen molasses or very cold molasses, and then the temperature goes up to 4 degrees above freezing or 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's just
Yeah, a
it's a-
few degrees above freezing. Yeah.
a few degrees above freezing, enough that things that are normally would be frozen are not frozen, and that means that they would expand and they would ferment even in the case of molasses.
Oh no.
Oh.
Normally there's a vent on the top that lets all the gas come out of this giant vat, but it was really cold in the middle of Boston, so they had it shut. They're like, we don't need this. So
It'll never thaw again.
yep.
No need to worry.
We'll wait till it gets hot out, and then we'll run up the giant 50-foot vat, and we'll open it again, right?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
looked at
Yeah.
definitely in 1919. This vent was like, if you ever had like floor heater vents when you were a child, right? Like in or maybe you have them in your house now, Ethan. It's like some guy just had to
Mhm.
go up like a 2-story ladder, no harness, obviously. It's 1919. Let's be real, and just like slide a little lock open, just like shwick open, and like a 6-inch wide vent opens up. It's like that's good enough.
Yeah.
That's good enough for those
I mean-
union commies trying to tell me how to manage my 5 million gallons of molasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
You open it,
Like
it
you
just
say,
blows all the hair off of that Italian immigrant's body. Like as
Oh,
soon as he
knuckles
opens it.
completely bare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
blade him to the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be real. It would be a child. It is 1919. So
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it would blow the knuckle hair off that Italian child, right?
Italian child. Yeah,
If
exactly.
you think the lollipops are good at the bottom, wait till you get to the top.
Yeah.
So the first
That is something a sex trafficker would say, Jamie.
So the first signs of everything going wrong sounded like machine gun fire. Ta 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 ta. And that's the sound of all the rivets on the tank just blowing off at once.
Of course.
Yeah. Sorry, my mouth was full there, so I was doing the motion of just like the classic movie. If there's like
Mhm.
pressure and pipes in a movie,
It's like
the rivets
bulging,
shoot
like it's like creaking. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, Whitey Bulger over here.
out.
So
Famous Bostonian,
Yep.
probably.
he is from Southie. So the sound of all the rivets on the tank firing off one by one. And we'll get into the molasses flood in full just after the break. Welcome back from the break. And we left off pretty high tension moment. Machine gun fire of rivets flying off the 2.3 million gallons of molasses tank. Ta 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 ta.
Yeah, I kind of already know the whole story. I went to talk to my wife during the break, and she kind of told me all about the Great Molasses Flood. So I
Okay.
think I'm going to take the rest of the day off here, fellas. Okay.
Okay. So Pete's gone because he already has the yard. You're gone because you talked to your wife. So I'll just
Yeah.
talk to myself for the rest.
Just
of
wrap it
the
up,
You go
James.
off. You go off. I'm going to be on my phone, okay? You guys don't mind if I'm just on my phone for this episode? I love my phone.
Check out this reel. I'm gonna send it to you anyway, Jamie.
I'm behind on reels. I got to catch up. Sometimes it feels like homework. There's just so many, man. The people send them to you, and I'm like, I want to be a good friend and watch them all, but there's so many.
I check yours. I check Kyle's. I check my girlfriend's. And that's it these days. To the audience, I love the support. If I ever see a reel, I will react to it. It's an accident. It's too many.
We should get a Discord channel where people can dump them.
Yeah.
I'm out of the
Oh.
loop. I don't have social media.
True.
I got no reels backlog. I
Stay
don't have
pure.
any kind of doom scrolling to do. What am I supposed to
Stay
do?
pure like molasses.
You got the methadone, though. You got the YouTube shorts or whatever, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I've relapsed again.
Yeah.
It's bad news. I uninstalled the YouTube app, but now I'm doing it on browser on my phone, like a crazy
Ugh.
person. Well, it's not good, man. It's not good.
So ta 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 ta. The rivets are flying off this molasses tank. Then the tank breaks open, and right away, before even the molasses issue, the debris from the tank, the steel plates and the rivets, just level some homes. I think the quote is "crush them like eggshells."
Damn,
Oh,
dude.
wait a second. There was like a residential area around 2.5 million tons of gallons of molasses.
This is right downtown. There's markets. There's a bunch of Italian immigrants living there. This is, it's kind of close.
It's
Yeah,
noon.
it's how populous Boston was back then. There's people living everywhere, man.
Well, I mean, we already established the Boston population has still not fully recovered.
Yeah.
The molasses flood.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it is quite sad. Like I kind of glossed over some of the sadder parts just to talk about something crazy that happened, but there were people who passed, and it's very sad that some capitalist bastards just didn't want to pay to get things properly
The
set up.
molasses shadow orphanage built right next door, just gone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Thankfully, those same capitalists did build a new orphanage. They did claim it on their taxes, so as a charitable donation. So they actually saved some money by doing that. But thankfully, they did do that at the very least. And then that was, of course, condemned for rat piss poisoning in all the beds. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're former war profiteers now trying to capitalize on selling booze before it becomes illegal. Like, it's not
yeah, exactly.
good people. Yeah.
These are
Well,
the people
that's
responsible.
industrious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? That's at least this forward
They
thinking.
have the spirit of innovation with them.
Yeah.
Truly.
The First World War didn't really have a bad guy per se. Like the theory of empire was the bad guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Gavrilo
So,
Princip, maybe, but maybe Franz Ferdinand. Who knows?
I don't know anything about him.
Which side are you on?
The sandwich guy or the other guy, the Archduke?
Yeah, or the musician.
I'm probably on Sandwich Guy's side, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of Googling, I would probably end up on his side too. But
2.3 million gallons of molasses was released into the surrounding area. You think of molasses moving pretty slow, but a 25-foot high wave spread at 35 miles per hour.
holy fuck!
Okay. That's
It's like faster than
That's a
every
lot.
car in existence at the time. That's insane.
Probably by a good margin. That's
Oh my god.
that's fucking fast, man. That's what do you do?
Yeah.
Drown in molasses, I guess.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
It's like Pompeii, but everybody looks like maple candy. Like there's the guy jerking off.
He's 3 foot tall, of course, like everyone was.
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody in 1919.
there's like a police officer on patrol nearby. He hears the rat-tat-tat-tat of all the rivets coming off, looks,
Spins with
sees-
his service weapon.
he narrowly avoids the wave by ducking into a side street. I
He
guess
pushes like a black guy out of the way. He's like, out of the way. I'm sorry.
I guess Molasses wasn't great at taking corners because he was able to save himself by ducking into a side street.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense, right?
That makes sense. Sure. I've seen enough cartoons to know that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of people who weren't even like stuck in the blast were just trapped within their buildings. Like if you were working at an office, you would not be able to open your front door for some time. So you just had to
How
buckle down.
deep was it? Because it pours out.
Depending on where you were, like there's reports of these sailors who were nearby who went to go help and they were wading through waist deep molasses. And they saved like 20 people. But there's people who are that police officer who saw it happen said it was shoulder height for him. So
Holy shit.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, eyewitness accounts, right? Through a traumatic event like that.
There's one guy who
You're-
wrote a book about this, and most of everything we know is from the one guy
Comes
who
from-
wrote the book and read all
Okay.
these old like newspaper things. Because I saw a newspaper said 50 feet high wave, but now they say 25 feet here, and then it's only shoulder length for the police officer, then it's waist for the sailors, and
Well, it's the initial wave is very tall, right? But then
Yeah.
in the wake of that, it's like how much molasses is left, and like that
Yeah.
wave, every foot it travels, it's gonna get shorter, right?
Yeah.
So
This is why you called it Dark Tide. It's because the
Oh.
book by Stephen Puelo is titled Dark Tide.
that's what I said at the beginning. There's a book about this, and that's called Dark Tide. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I never made. I
Makes
didn't
sense.
link it back to the
Ah.
to this guy. Yeah, so Stephen Puelo is the author.
That's what the Warhammer
Yeah.
game's about too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Tide. Yeah.
Vermintide is the rat piss game that we're all very fond. of.
yeah,
All set in Boston.
3.2 million gallons of rat piss burst loose.
We bought it all
Oh,
from Cuba. We're gonna make liquor.
Yeah, that's how you end up with Tampa Bay,
There's a group of firemen playing cards in the firehouse on their lunch break, and the molasses wave took the firehouse off of its foundation and drifted it out to the Boston Harbor.
Out to sea. That's amazing. I love the
Holy
idea.
fuck.
I do love the idea of like firefighters trying to respond to the crisis and like jumping on their fire pole and just like
Into the ocean.
oh no, just into the ocean. I was thinking just not moving because it's too sticky.
Yeah.
And they just got a line. It's like, hey, come on,
Yeah,
dude, go down.
They keep running into him, like jumping on, like they don't wait for him to go down or whatever.
They're all
Like,
stuck
big pile up.
together.
15 firefighters died in a pileup at the top of the pole.
Yeah, one firefighter would pass Niblé. He went under, but the rest of them made it, thankfully.
Okay.
That's crazy. Your building gets washed out to sea. That's crazy, man. That's you don't forget that for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So there we were. We were playing cards, and then all of a sudden we're in the fucking harbor.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Martin
The fact
Clougherty.
the building remained intact too is incredible. I mean, if it
Yeah.
only killed one
Well
guy,
enough.
it kind of like collapsed completely,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy like how some of them happen, and it's all from like the newspaper stories that we see. So it could be like obviously like it's told a couple times before we ever hear it. Like a fighter
Yeah.
named Martin Clardy, he was well known in the area. He's like good at fighting. He was still sleeping at noon whenever this happened, and
Cool.
he woke up, opened his eyes, and he's on a wave of molasses just sleeping on his mattress. Like he's on his mattress and his house had fallen away from around him and he's on his wet mattress. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he was able to find his brother and his sister and get them out of the molasses onto
course.
his Titanic
surfing on his mattress, grabbing people out of the muck.
Jesus.
The picture that you posted earlier, there's like elevated train tracks really close to this thing, and the train tracks got completely knocked out. One conductor who was nearby was able to run to a nearby guard shack and get the radio out to tell the other trains to stop.
Man, I have not stopped thinking about the Halifax harbor explosion because we have our
part of our
heritage moment or
heritage
whatever.
video. Yes.
And this is their Coleman, like running down the tracks to get there before he's devoured by molasses, right?
I'm going to share that for the American listeners. The part of our heritage clips from CBC, still some of my favorite like B-level acting ever. And this was just
Yeah.
like stuff that was just like, instead of a commercial, you would get a little historical Canadian clip. And they're excellent.
Yeah, because in Canada, on Canadian television channels, there weren't enough advertisers to fill up all the ad space. So the Canadian government would pay for some ad space, and it would just like to support Canadian channels, and they would just show like moments of our history or whatever. So you get these little 30-second snippets of history. If you ever heard of the House Hippo, similar, not a heritage moment, obviously, but
Yeah.
yeah. Then this is the Halifax harbor explosion, which was a ship full of bullets blew up.
Yeah.
And leveled Halifax at the
This would have
time.
been about like 18 months before the molasses exploded, actually, because it was during World War I that this happened.
Yeah. That's why I kept thinking of the parallels. I was like, this is like Boston's Halifax
Yeah.
explosion. You know?
It was like the biggest man-made explosion on Earth until the
Until the
atomic
nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Nearby, a gunboat was in the harbor, and the sailors, I guess, saw a group of firemen playing cards, getting brushed past them.
Guy surfing on a mattress, like
Yeah. And they sprung into action. They saved 20 people before the Boston police could respond to this because they were right in the harbor, right next to when it happened. So we're lucky to have those gunboat
Thank you for your
sailors.
service.
I think a propeller would you'd go would you go faster in molasses because it's more drag on your boat, but the propeller would work better, right? Because
I
The
was
picture
thinking
I
the
saw
exact
was
same thing.
it was like a big old timey sailboat. So I don't know how much of a propeller they were using.
oh, it'd be slower then.
Oh, yeah.
I just
That-
you said
yeah, them dudes,
gunboat,
like,
and I guess they had guns on sailboats at some point, right? But
yeah.
Like for 600 years.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm
Is-
pretty, like,
wait, when someone says gunboat, do you picture a boat with big white sails? Come
Not
on.
this
No,
day and age.
well, not anymore. No.
What about big brown sails?
Oh yeah, that's true. After the
Died in
molasses.
molasses.
incident.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of the hardest parts for the rescue mission is like locating people because if everything's the same shade of sticky brown, it's really hard to figure out.
50 Shades of Brown, man.
Yeah.
It's also January. It's gonna start to harden, and like people just like, you gotta clone them like dinosaurs after that. Like fucking.
Yeah.
Suddenly they're on the end of Richard Attenborough's cane, you know?
How would you guys go about
He's got like
cleaning?
an Italian American in the orb on the end of his cane.
How would you guys go about cleaning this? Like, how do you clean molasses? They tried a few things, but only one thing
Squeegee.
ended up working. Okay. Squeegee?
I'm trying to think of a thing at the time that would have worked, like something does vinegar you like clean off sugar? It's a little bit acidic.
It wasn't vinegar that they used. They tried normal water first. That didn't work. There's a different type of water that did work, though.
Is it
Mineral water.
salt water?
Salt water. Seawater, for whatever
Okay.
reason, could actually scrub through it eventually. They were taking ice picks to it. People were just whacking it with brooms. They didn't know what to do.
Well,
I mean, so like Ariane, the one thing she told me during the break was that apparently in some old basements in Boston, you can still smell molasses, like on hot summer days.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, I've heard
Mhm.
that. I've heard like even for years after the fact, it's just smelled like molasses in Boston. Like not even in base, just anywhere. Like it was in the bay. It took 6 months for the initial cleaning effort to fully be complete. And
Wait, especially during the winter. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
like before you're exhausted, how many like pickaxe strikes could you get? Because you buried in the molasses, and I'm thinking of it like taffy, where it like immediately seals up and fuses to your pick, and then you gotta like fucking yank the thing out, right? Like you can't
Mhm.
break it up because unless it freezes and you can chip it apart. But then again, what you were saying
You
with
could
like
just
friction, it
you could just
starts to
use
warm
a
up.
slice of bread and you just sop it up and
Yeah.
use a
Your
bunch
mom
of
would
kids
eat
with
for
sticks.
years. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
How many licks does it take to save yourself from a molasses spill? Yeah.
That'd be like, I know there's some shitty jobs out there, man, but like you would come home. I mean, I guess your home just reeks of molasses too. But it's
Yeah.
like you'd be so sticky, man. And then you turn on the taps and it's just like fucking molasses water coming out of the taps because it's in it's in the fucking system. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that's crazy.
Did Congress like have like at least some healthcare and just support for like the molasses first responders? Because I know they didn't after 9/11. They left those guys hanging. John Stewart's very upset. Like,
First in,
what about the
last
molasses
out.
first
Yeah.
responders? First in, last out.
Molasses out.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, it was a disaster. I think there was 100 deaths, as well as like horses just completely stuck in there. They had to like put down all these awful things, but it did lead to more safety down the line and the largest class action suit in Massachusetts to this day. Purity.
Okay. Literally everyone in Boston.
yeah.
Yeah. Purity Distilling should have been held accountable for this, right? Like they cut so many
course.
corners on
They
their
will
circle
be.
thing. Yeah.
Surely they will be. The system works.
It took 6 years, had 3,000 court case witnesses.
I seen it. I seen the molasses.
Me too.
Your Honor, I would like to call to the stand another molasses covered witness, please. It's like squashing it.
The bailiff just has
It's
a
like the
big...
entire jury just looks like Aunt Jemima bottles, like shaped like
Yeah.
a person.
the bailiff with a pry bar getting the last witness off the stand. Like the judge goes to bang his gavel, it doesn't come back up. Like one and done. Yeah.
The defense of Purity Distilling is that, well, this was an attack from Italian anarchists. This wasn't our
Terrorists.
fault. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I can't believe the paid protester thing is like a 105-year-old excuse. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
So there was a history of Italian anarchists doing targeted attacks at Purity Distilling during World War One, but
Okay.
there was no proof that it actually happened for this. This was just them not. So there was someone who actually hated the Italian anarchists who was put in charge of the case. He was overseeing everything. His name was Ogden, which I think you named the little stable boy in the Lich King episode was Ogden.
Could be.
Yeah.
You got a better recall for that shit than me, man.
Yeah. But anyways, he was not falling for it. He wanted everything to be fair. More than he hated the Italians, he loved justice.
He hated molasses slightly more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd imagine if you grew up in that town, you'd be kind of like, no, I kind of want you to fucking pay for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure, I hate the Italians, but I kind of want you to fucking pay for this. You know, some things transcend prejudice, if you can believe it. Hatred transcending hatred. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Here's the seal.
After 6 years, the Purity Distilling Company lost the case and had to pay $300,000 in damages, which is like $9 million today.
That's not enough.
Peanuts, man.
Yeah.
You destroyed the city. Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
That's not even enough to rebuild 5 homes.
Yeah.
That's not
No.
enough to get the fucking fire station out of the ocean.
Exactly. Yeah.
With the technology at the time, are you fucking kidding me?
Start sending executives to jail. Like you're personally responsible for your company, man. You
Yeah.
gotta be. Like,
Yeah.
Feed them only
yeah.
molasses
Keeps
while they're in
happening.
there. Something good or mostly good came out of this disaster. Up until that point, architects never needed to sign their work, so you could just have a blueprint and you don't know where it come from, who
Sure,
did
an architect drew this for me.
Yeah.
It's made out of crayon. Like,
it. So now they have to sign off so you can verify if someone's actually an architect or not. Same thing with engineers. Used to be Wild West, like just grab your unsigned papers and throw that thing up there. Use whoever you want. And these building regulations started in Boston as a direct response to this and then laid the groundwork for the rest of the USA.
Yeah. I do hate the fact that I have a couple of like libertarian neurons where you're just like, just fucking throw it up there. It just do whatever you want. Just like build. It's part of me goes like, hell yeah, that must be so nice. But then I'm like, no,
That's how this happens.
obviously not.
I live in a basement apartment. I could not survive the molasses spill. I would be.
No, you'd be
yeah,
toast.
third floor, I'd be fine, but like I'd be in the Saint Laurent, right? Like,
Yeah.
or the Saint Lawrence River rather.
So yeah, cleanup, like I said, took 6 months for the initial cleanup, but when it was hot out, you could smell molasses years and years later. And confirmation from Ethan's wife, Ariane, that even in basements, you can smell it to this day. So
Did it kill the plant?
Confirmation from my wife, who heard it on a podcast, for the record.
Well,
So, she's been to Boston, but I don't know if she smelled the smell.
Yeah, that's been the whole molasses flood. I wanted to cover this without it being too sad, but it was also like so crazy. Like, what an event that it sounds made up, right? It sounds like it could have been a made up thing.
Here's the thing. Here's why you don't have to be sad. Anyone that died there would be dead today anyway.
Yeah.
True.
So, you know.
Yep. Rest in molasses.
There you go.
All right, yeah. Rest in molasses.
That's been the podcast. If you want to see more of me, you can see me on twitch.tv/LoreBoyJames on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's going to be a little bit interrupted with some stuff coming up, but I think that's mostly over by the time you hear this anyways. So, also, if you want to talk with us, if you want to have direct impact on what an episode could be or be the ones whispering in our ears, there's like a few of you who are in Discord, and you are, as far as I'm concerned, every voice that is out there as a listener. So if you have something you want to say, discord.gg/loreboys, and you can talk to us directly. Peter, where can we find
Peter?
you?
At Loreboys Podcast on Instagram, and my comic, The Black Frontier, is available on Amazon. I finally got my shit together and started storyboarding again. Check this out.
Okay, let's
I'm
see.
I'm actually working on a second one. Look at that.
He's showing us paper. Wow.
The
With some
YouTube.
drawings on this paper. What
For
the
the YouTube.
hell?
It'd be so funny if it was just like, yeah, check this out. I bought pens. That's the first step to a new comic.
Yeah. Hey, I got a pen right here. I'm basically a comic.
You finish it in that case. I got Transformers to play with.
No, I don't want to. I'm lazy and unmotivated.
Dang. All right. I'll do it.
If you want to support Peter, Amazon, where you buy the book, or Patreon.
Yeah, it's available $15. A third of it is available $9 and up, and then $15 and up, which is our highest tier. You do get a full digital copy, but if you want a physical copy, go through Big Daddy Bezos, who loves regulation, and he'll kick me a couple of bucks. But they're printed to order locally as well, so it's like locally sourced, organic indie comic, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. It's never been in a metal vat, as far as we know.
There's no risk.
Knowing Bezos, maybe it has been, though, honestly. Does it for kicks, that sick fuck. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/theloreboys. Check it out. There's some cool stuff on there. If you want to help us out, you can also leave us a rating or review or a comment. We see you guys have left some comments on YouTube. No, I haven't responded to them yet. I will respond to your comments. I promise. I love you guys.
We have several thousand reviews on Spotify as well. Thank you all so much. We're still in the high 4 points, which is nice.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
it's always
You
good
guys
to see.
freaking woo. And if you don't trust Patreon, we do have Loreboys Prime, a service which is always offered. Obviously, we need to get Jamie a new M key, so send us your M keys. Pop them off your keyboards. Send us every M key you have. Dipped in molasses, the better, honestly. Because I would love if, in a Twilight Zone-esque twist, we got Jamie 100,000 M keys, and only one of them wasn't sticky with molasses and actually usable, and you had to sort through them one at a time. That's honestly my dream. So. And I think that would constitute
Lore
a
boys.
lore boys out.
Out.
I don't know what to do. I'm not. Am I the middle?